Hey everyone, in this video we're gonna talk about the newly created AI-powered code editor developed by the TikTok owners. And it's completely free and you get a lot of AI models inside of it that you could use for free. So let's go to the screen to see it in action. Okay, here in front of us is a website called Traeai. So this is the official website of this IDE, and I read somewhere that the name comes from the real AI engineer. So let's say that this is true. Okay, regarding the downloads, there are more options. So macOS users can download it and Windows users can download it. But unfortunately, Linux users will have to wait a bit for the version to come for them. So they can join the waitlist here. Okay, we can see the official website and the things about the presentation here. And also we can go to the documentation that is really powerful and rich. And it has a lot of things inside of it. So you could go and browse and get what is it in the setup and so on and so on. But I'll skip that part for now and let's open the tray actually to see it in action and feel it a bit. Okay, here we can see that this is also a fork of VS Code, but they redesigned it a bit and it looks nice. So these things are here new. So you have a preview, debug, remote explorer here. And below that, we have a marketplace, an extension store that we already have in the VS Code. So you can use the same one. And also, when you start using it the first run, it asks you to sync the configuration and settings from the VS Code. So you get all of your extensions, and it's easy to switch to it. And now, as I have an Angular application that I use in the past videos here, I'm just gonna run it in the terminal there. So NGS to show you something. Okay, and after it runs, I'll open here the preview actually that is interesting here. So the preview actually opens the website within our browser here, within our IDE actually, and we can browse and inspect the things and check it here without any need to open another additional browser and switch between the browser and our code editor. That is handy. So they also have an option to get a responsive design and check how is our application behaving on the different devices. So this is interesting part. I'll just close the preview here, and also we can see that here the project, open folder, a clone repository, and connect to remote host. So these are some new options here. We have a search at the top, and that's it. Now, and on the right side here, actually, we get a tray like search, or actually like a chat here, and with some options that are interesting. As I mentioned, before we start with the options, as I mentioned, it comes with different AI language models that you can use completely for free. That's really benefit of using this AI tool. So we get a Claude 3.5, we got a Claude 3.7 Sonnet, we got a new one from the Google Gemini 2.5 Pro preview version, and we have a GPT 4.1, GPT 4.0, DeepSeek V3, and Reasoner here. So these are for now, these are the built-in models that you can use for free. And also there's an option if you want to use any other, you can add the provider, model, and API key that you have, and you can continue using it as that. So on the side here, we have a builder here, and we have a agent, different agents. For now, this is a builder agent here that you can use to build something, create an application, and so on. But there's an option to use builder with MCP, so Model Context Protocol servers, and you're gonna add your servers here, and that's it. But the most interesting thing here is that you are able to create your own agents. So when you click here, you get this agent creation screen. So this is interesting. For example, we wanna create an agent. For example, I'm using an Angular application, I'm developing Angular applications, and I wanna create an agent that is Angular software engineer that will work for me and with me actually. So then I can create a name here, call it Angular engineer. Okay, and then we're gonna add its role. So you are an Angular software engineer, And we can add, like in the past video, I was using windsurf, and also I used some rules inside of the windsurf. So we can use a style guide from windsurf here, as you can see in the screen. So we're gonna creating new pages or components, we can add some page. Okay, I'll just use the same thing because I'm running the same project to see what is going on here for this project. Okay. Copy. And we can also add MCP servers here. So we can add an MCP server for, from the list. So the marketplace is really huge here, and there's a lot of MCP servers that you can use within this IDE here. So going back, we can add the manually, as we did in the previous video, and we can copy paste here our context 7 protocol and server actually. But if you missed that video, you can just go, I'll put a link somewhere on the screen, so you can watch that one where we configure MCP server for context 7. And going back, okay, agents. I'll just keep the MCP part here, and I'll just keep these things just for testing purposes. And we have a file system, terminal, web search, preview here. Okay, use now. And now we have configured, and we are using an agent here. So custom agent and collaborate with Angular engineer, and we can say something to it. Also, next to that one, we have a context here. We're going to use the context from the code. We can use it from file, folder, or workspace. Also, there are options to add a document as a context, and this is interesting. We have a chat-based option to search through the web for something. So we can say this and say, okay, search for the best practices from Google Angular's new style guide, and use that, for example, or search for some new information and add that information inside of our code, or whatever comes to your mind. So this is an option, and also we have an option to add images here, or upload or paste them. And you can see the depending on the model here, we can see that is available for images input, these here, except the DeepSeek v3. So we can see this, we can check Gemini 2.5, and we can say, okay, create. Now I'm not going to use the web, but we're going to test it just to say, generate a new page, show the a list of the most selling books on the internet for software development. Okay, let's use maybe web to try this option. Okay, hit enter. Let's see what is it doing right now. So we can see it's analyzing and thinking about the prompt. So let's give it some time to see what is it going to do. So we can see that it uses style guide with MD. Pagination compiler, yeah, it has style guide, but I think it picked up the style guide that what we have here for the context, and also the best-selling software development books from the internet. So it's searching for the web, and also, okay, I can help you with that. Start creating new Angular component, best-selling books page. Okay. Now we can see it's generating. Yeah, it's generating pages and doing the things here. Waiting for it to complete. Okay, it is generating CSS as well. And let's see what is actually missing. Okay, up routes, that's cool. It's following our rules. And also adding a best-selling books navbar there. And also it is about to run ng serve here for us, so we can see the changes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's running it here. So let's see it in the preview. Do we have that? Okay, and as we can see here, we have our latest pages, the pages that we had before this, and now we have the best-selling books. So we can see that best-selling software development books, clean code, ProGit, patterns of enterprise application, clean architecture, and pragmatic programmer usability mastery. So this is nice. This is enough for now for the first prompt here, and having in mind that it used everything inside of it. Okay, I'll just accept all. And that, yeah, it included our header here and also updated routes and did everything for us, as we can see here. And just let us check the code. So we have an interface book, we have standalone true, okay, even we don't need this anymore in Angular 19.2, but it's fine. We have books here, an array of books, and this looks fine for now. So this is just a small piece of this IDE. So Traeai looks good, and the most important thing, AI models are free here. So all of these tools outside the IDE code editors differ from they are different in some aspects, but all of them rely on the models that you use for generating your code. So I think this one, it looks good, and I'll give it a try in the next maybe videos or my projects. So I hope the video was helpful for you, and if you like the video, please like, share or subscribe, and don't miss the next updates. See you in the next one. See you. Bye.